I'm Dwayne Most. I'm the materials manager here at Mitchell Plastics, Huntsville. Well, we originally purchased the carts themselves. The tugger cart itself is an amazing cart. It's modular. If something breaks off of it, you can just fix that piece. In previous applications and other plants that I was at, I purchased a welded together cart. That particular cart, when it broke, you had to send it to a weld shop and the repairs were great. So we purchased this cart and we were using a tugger. And as we purchased it, a salesman sent us a video of an e-cart. This video showed a cart that was easy to use. It had a battery that switched out. The application was easy with just adding some tape. And so because of those things and the cost of this particular set of equipment made it something we were willing to try. So the cart, as a part of a series of additional tugger carts that we have applied, it's allowed us, for the material handlers, to not have to touch the material. They hook it up to a cart, it sends down to the other end, which we then take it off this cart and put in finished goods, so there was a labor savings there. It allows for a much safer environment. A tugger driver himself is more apt to be in a hurry if he's behind. He's more apt to maybe vary a little bit off the path and put himself at risk or somebody else as he's trying to get around something. This forces there to be nothing in its way, and it forces everybody to do their things the right way so that it goes around its path on time.
So the e-cart's a modular task form that we're able to automate using what we call smart building blocks. We have LED modules on each of the corners of the e-cart. We have a brain module in the center. We have 2 drive motors, a swappable lithium battery, a tow hitch for towing, and a tablet stand. And you can actually build any one of our top structures on top of the e-cart, and that's the e-cart task form. And we have our modularity built into this task form. So on the brain module, which I mentioned, we have 2 cameras, one in the front and back. Those perform the line follow application. So with our brain module, it's only reading for the color contrast of the tape. So it's not following any kind of magnetic strip or any kind of special tape. It's essentially just looking for that color contrast. So because we're just using a visual system for our tape, you can use any type of tape. You could even paint a line on the floor if that's the requirement for your application. So with our brain module and the tape, it can cover about 8 inches in a straightaway and 4 inches in a curve. So if you have a lot of heavy forklift traffic and such like that, it can cover gaps in the tape. So when you get an e-cart to unbox it, you just lay the tape in your factory. The map recording feature is all done autonomously by the e-cart, so it's not needing any kind of pre-configuration. So you simply lay the tape down, you lay down all the stuff you'll require for your layout, and then you just tell the e-cart to record the map. And then you can start using the features such as navigation and mission planner. So our navigation feature is a simple point A to point B. If you would like to send it to a predetermined destination and then back again, you can utilize that feature. We also have a mission planner. So that's the feature that we use to raise the level of automation. It's a way you can have the e-cart perform a series or sequence of tasks. So because this is all done autonomously by the e-cart, it's extremely easy to use and set up in your factory. I can also say that in the same fashion, to make the e-cart simple to use, that we're only connecting it independently with the tablet and e-cart. So the e-cart emits a Wi-Fi signal directly from the brain module, which we can connect to with the tablet. So it doesn't need to tie into any of your servers or anything from your factory. Rather, it creates a standalone independent system.
We've had zero safety issues since we started using this cart. Functionally, it actually cost as much as a tugger did, so that you had to drive. So we've sent one of those away. And then lastly, we've been able to allow our material handlers to do different applications and things, and it's freed up time for them to do other things other than just move parts from one place to the other.
E-cart, we like it. It's basically set up to where when material handlers ask for empty totes, we set up for to send it to them. It works better because we used to have a forklift. Now it's set up to where it sends it down to them. Material handlers set cones off for when they need, where they want to stop at. And after they take theirs off, each individual material handler set up a cone for where they want their totes to go to. After they get done, they send it back with the finished goods. Same way, when it comes back to shipping, we take them off in advance before it gets back there. We ask them in advance, what other totes do they need to stay ahead of them? And after it gets back, it's just like a repeat process. Load and unload, finished goods and empty totes. It makes it easier because at once it was a two-man job. Now one person can actually do the job, and it helps safety-wise for us. Before we had a manual cart, we had to drive down there, and that eliminates one of the people from being in the back. At this point, the e-cart takes it down there for us. Now we don't have to go. I'll say all the people in the plant like it because it's safer. It don't drive as fast as me. And all around it just made everything better for us.
So first I would say that it's the ease of setup, right? And it's the function that it has. So you lay a layer of tape, the cart follows itself. You can pre-program stops into it with an RFID card, or you can just drop cones like we use in the majority of our plant for where you want it to stop. On the affordable side, this cart I would say is a third of the cost of most carts out there. It has ease of use. If there's a repair needed, it's something that I can do myself, and I'm not sure I could do much on a cart. One of the things that FlexQube did very well is they have different financing options. We could buy it out, we could lease to own, and half of the lease payment goes towards the final payout. And then there was a rent option. So it made it safe for us to try this AGV. If it didn't work, we weren't out anything. But if it did work, we were much further along in our path of what we want for a safe plant here at Mitchell Plastics.